Hi and welcome to Andy's Tailgate Test Kitchen. This time we're gonna indulge our sweet tooth. I asked you guys on Twitter at Andy_Staples, I said, give me a dessert I can make. Some of you said bread pudding. So I went searching for a great bread pudding recipe. I think I found one. It's the Drunken Krispy Kreme Bread Pudding that Jason Gray and Jean-Pierre Marechal created for the Savannah Red restaurant at the Charlotte Marriott City Center. And I've stayed at this hotel a couple times, but I've never had this. I hope I can do it justice. But funny thing happened on the way to making it. Had a little argument, caused a little argument at home. This recipe calls for fresh peaches. Well, it's late October. There are no fresh peaches, they're out of season. But it's hot in the tropics. So when I was at the grocery store, I grabbed a fresh mango. When my lovely wife Ann, who also serves as the creative director, executive producer, and chief basset hound wrangler for these segments, heard that I was going to use mangoes in this recipe, her precise response was, yuck. She said, I gotta use peaches. She said, use canned peaches if you're gonna use anything, but don't use a mango. And I said, you know what? Let's put this to the test. We'll use my fresh mango in one batch, we'll use canned peaches in the other batch, and we'll see who wins. Judging by how most of our disagreements turn out, she's gonna win. But I got faith that maybe this time I can pull off the upset. So let's get started. All right, now it's time to cut up our donuts. Now, I'm using Krispy Kreme donuts in honor of the North Carolinians who created this recipe. If you're from New England, you may want to use Dunkin' Donuts. If you're from Texas, you may want to use Shipley Donuts. Which is better? Well, that's an argument for another day. Let's just get to work. All right, so we're gonna take our donuts and cut them into 1-inch pieces. All right, we've got all our donuts cut up. Now we're gonna add our cream and our eggs. Get all that mixed in. And once we get that thoroughly mixed, we're just gonna let it soak for about 10 minutes. And then we'll start putting everything together to go in the oven. Lilu, you know the vet told you gotta lay off the sauce, but she never said anything about donuts. All right, it's time to mix our ingredients up for our sauce that'll cover this. The lovely bride gets her peaches, white sugar, brown sugar, vanilla extract, some bourbon, and some Southern Comfort. We'll mix it together, bring it to a boil, and then we'll let it simmer down into a thick sauce. Now we're going to assemble Team Andy with the mango, fresh mango, not out of a can, white sugar, brown sugar, vanilla extract, most important ingredients, the boozes. We're gonna get that started and let the battle begin. All right, we've soaked our donuts. Now we're gonna put everything together. And now we have our cinnamon and allspice that we're gonna mix in with this bunch. And we've got our syrup that we made out of all those delicious ingredients and spices and booze and fruit. This is our mango one. And so we're gonna mix all this together. We are going to place aluminum foil over. You'll notice our baking dish is sitting in a Pyrex pan, and there's a reason for that. When you do bread pudding, you're gonna put water. When you do bread pudding, you're gonna fill that bottom pan a little of the way with water, and that's gonna help keep everything moist in the oven. So, got that, and that is ready to go in the oven. Now let's put together the peach one that the lovely bride wants. And now these are ready to bake at 350. All right, time for our taste test. We've got them out of the oven. Let's see if I was correct on the fresh mango. When you have Krispy Kreme donuts and spices, that's gonna be delicious. Though I'm a little worried that I might lose this competition to the bride, because the mango, great as a fruit, but not all that sweet. And I thought maybe because it wasn't as sweet, that it would go well with something that had super sweet Krispy Kreme donuts. But we've also got the liquor and we've got the cinnamon and the allspice, so it kind of needs a little more sweetness to stand up to all that. I have a sinking feeling right now because the peaches are gonna be sweeter. Oh yeah, that is better. She was dead on it. The peach, the sweetness of the peach stands up very well against the cinnamon, the allspice, the tanginess of the liquor, and then marries very well with the sweetness of the Krispy Kreme. So in the interest of marriage and in the interest of, well, it just tastes better, you win this one, honey, and well, let's face it, you win most of them, because you're usually right. Thank you very much for challenging me to do a great dessert. This one is gonna get served pretty often around here, I think, but we're gonna use the peaches instead of the mangoes. And remember, if a sports writer and an old basset hound can do it, you can too.